Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. If you're here to get better, we're here to make you better. So, hopefully you guys are showing up to the gym for now. We got Aurora, we got Broomfield, and we got everyone going to those two locations. So, yeah. So, hopefully you're in one of those two locations or semi-near it, so you're willing to drive out there so that we can improve at basketball, so we can make all of Colorado better at basketball. You know what? And sooner or later, that's going to be other states. Maybe even the country, maybe even like the whole world one day, all right? But other countries are doing it. They are doing it correctly, all right? I don't think that I'm like the end-all, be-all of like basketball minds out there. I think that our country is just, America is just geared toward making money more than, or like having fun more than making basketball players. And I think that it holds weight because you see how the foreigners are dominating as of late. So I think that the template is out there. I didn't create it. I didn't invent it. I just think that you have to have an enormous amount of integrity and patience and I guess like guts to be able to like put forth the effort in the right direction that all the Europeans are doing right now. And other sports, we do that here in America. We're still pretty dominant at certain sports, and other countries do like rugby like a lot better. Basically, if you take the top sport of any country, who's doing like the best at that sport or whatever, follow that pattern. It's probably the exact pattern that we're trying to mirror ourselves. But again, it takes a whole culture to be able to do it. So how's our culture looking in the comment section? I got Kieran and Declan Louth here. If you're here, check it in the comment section so that we know that you are here. Let's start off with the some news for the day. All right, I got the traveling stuff. Okay, I found out a little bit more information about whether we're going to be able to travel. Last summer, we used a whole bunch of dudes from Denver West, which was awesome. They came along. Without them, we wouldn't have had a high school team. And I think maybe like 3 or 4 of our guys. We only had 3 or 4 guys. We had Noah. We had Connor. We had Austin. I think the rest were all the Denver West guys, I believe. Wait, no. Wesley. Wesley was on that trip because I remember him almost getting lost in Chicago and almost dying. But yeah, overall, like, we've needed help from outside places because it's hard to continue the programs once high school starts. So this year, we're looking to get another school involved, and I've asked a couple, but this one I'm gonna speak to them on Friday. So I'll have more information then, but it might be MLK. I never heard of the school. I didn't know that it was a school. It's listed as like an early college instead of like a school, and it has 6th to 12th graders. I don't know, but they hit me up today, so we'll see what that's all about. I'll talk more about that later, but we need you guys signed up before the 15th. All right, so we can know which trips that we're going on. This was me asking everyone in the beginning to whittle it down to these 3 trips. All right, these 3 trips were because you guys requested it. Now you just have to put up the money to actually do it, so I can legitimately sign us up for these things. The little kids will only go on this one. The middle schoolers will go to these 2, and the high schoolers will go to all 3 of these. All right, so that's the game plan. And moving on, we got our basketball league stuff. We do have games this weekend. I have games whether you guys have them or not because I'm organizing the entire league. So I'll be focusing on all the games, I suppose. And again, I know that I pushed this a little too much, but I'm gonna keep pushing it. Okay. If you want to keep track of our leagues and our tournaments, the best spot to go on our website is right here under weekly leagues. Okay, click that and you get my chat GPT thing talking. All right, attention basketball fans and players alike, get ready to witness the thrill and excitement of our basketball league like never before. Just like the NBA, our league is filled with talented players who possess the skills and determination of some of the greatest basketball stars. Picture this: the LH Stars, the best team in the league, dominating the 5th grade division dominating the 6th grade division, there you go, with an impressive record of 3 wins and 0 losses. They are like the LeBron James of our league, unstoppable and always delivering jaw-dropping performances. But hold on, the 5th grade division is where the real action is happening. Led by the Raptors, this division is a battleground of fierce competition with a record of 3 wins and 0 losses and a rating of 7.03. The Raptors are the Stephen Curry of our league, shooting 3-pointers from every corner of the court. Did they really make 3-pointers? ChatGPT, really? And if you're looking for a game that will keep you on the edge of your seats, mark your calendars for the featured game of the week. The Rev Up, it's the Rev Up All-Stars, I believe, but and the Wranglers, 2 teams from the 3rd grade division, will clash on an epic showdown at 11 a.m. on Saturday at Endeavor Academy. This game promises to be a spectacle of skill, teamwork, and pure entertainment. So gather your friends and family and join us for the basketball extravaganza that will leave you in awe. Don't miss out on the chance to witness the future stars of the game in action. Be there and let the games begin. Now, last night when I checked this, it switched it up and it used like slang lingo. It was kind of fun. So yeah, always check that page. It at least says some interesting things. And then you can also see our ratings right here, the ratings of each and every single division. It'll put a random one up there, but you can see how many wins that you have in a row, so on and so forth. And you get to look at every single division, even ones that we're bad at, like this division, the 8th grade division. Okay, we're kind of lowly, but we have our little kids playing up, but it's all right, though. So these divisions are so deep. Hopefully we can get all these teams into our tournaments coming up here soon. So let's return back to the scheduled program. All right, besides the basketball league, we also have the basketballs. All right, I mentioned the whole, like, this thingy. All right, well, if you sign up before February 1st, you get this basketball for half price with your name on it, engraved on it, with our logo engraved on it as well. So this is your one chance. It costs $70 without going on the trips. It costs $35 with going on the trips. Get it in before the 1st. Not taking any afterwards because I have to send it to them. All right, so that's everything that I'm going to talk about. Now moving on to the quote of the day. The quote of the day is, "No feeling is final." All right. I believe, oh man, if I could bring this to my life, it would be so much better. But it's hard. It's hard to think about this in the moment. And while I don't have that many moments, I literally would get like upset or mad or sad even, probably once a year. Maybe like once a year and a half. So I'm pretty steady. I'll get mad like once every 3 years. All right. But when I am mad or when I am sad, I always regret it afterwards. And I'm like, dang it, they got me. Now, you're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to be mad. But I just wish during that time I could be more mentally strong, where I could realize that this feeling that I feel, which is a very real feeling, like they're like, whether it's like hormones acting up, testosterone, or like whatever kind of things are going on, like in my body or in my mind. Like, I don't know, it was like cortisol. I'm just making up words now. I don't even know. But whatever it may be, I must tell myself that this feeling is going to go away soon. And I don't want to regret these feelings. What's going on, Teo? Whoop, whoop. All right. So, and I don't want to regret these feelings, especially if it's going to harm a relationship. I'm going to punch a wall and break my hand, maybe. We knew a player that did that in high school. I think it was Brian Green. He's like the player of the year before I was. But yeah, so just tell yourself that no matter how bad you may feel currently, that no feeling is final. It's a great quote. It's a quote of the day. It's Wednesday's forward quote of the day. Moving onward, we got our workout stuff today and our homework stuff for the future. Make sure that you do the homework stuff at some point today. Film it. Maybe you should have been doing it yesterday or something like that. We have overhead board passes, passing the ball off the backboard as hard as you possibly can. And maybe even add like the little retreat dribble that we did yesterday during the workout. Was that yesterday? Nah, the day before, where we did the retreat dribble, jumping back and then passing that thing. Because if you're good, like Kieran, for instance, he's gonna get double teamed. Can you pass out of a double team? Because if you can, it's game over. What's up, Weston? If you can pass out of a double team, first, if they must double team you, and then you can accurately pass out of a double team, the game's over. You're just one of the greatest players on earth. So you work so hard to get double teamed then all you're missing is this pass, this cross-court pass. And it takes strength to be able to do that. And you're going to need like years to be able to progress to that level. No matter how hard you're working on all these skills, that's an easy one. That's just strengthening this little like tricep thingy and like figuring out the ball handling and the footwork to be able to like get away from the defense and keep your eyes up. And it's something that won't just happen overnight. But if you are ever going to be good enough, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks when they start double teaming you, because you're not going to be able to pass out of it. So it's not 3-pointers, ball handling, cutting, motion, like shooting, all this stuff that you're working on, which is fantastic. This is one thing. And once all those other 99 things get you to where you're great, teams can stop you like that if you skip this one thing. So prepare for greatness by doing some overhead board passes, guys. The other ones for the future, drive left, right, pass high, low, on-ball defense, ball jump versus face cut, Kobe post move, and double bounce series. Okay, all those things, we want you guys to be working on them for at least 5 minutes. All right, this is the part where Wes is like, what am I not doing for the homework? This is the homework. It says it right there, homework. I even wrote it in like little crayon colors. You do each of those things for 5 minutes. Is that a lot? Yeah, it's a lot. All right, but you can just do the monthly homework. That's the one that we give our normal kids, and not everyone's doing that. This month's homework, what is it? It's ball spins. So if you guys are doing ball spins, you're doing this month's basic homework. All right, this one is the real deal. These 5 minutes apiece, doing that. That's the homework, the real homework. All right, so we can prepare for practice so we can get better. Now today's drills, we got one-on-one hurdles for losers, King's drill, chair duo, extended Mono Ginobili layups, athletic finish, and ladder to sidestep series. For athletic finish, that's the one video that I don't have. It's in and out between the legs, behind the back, around the first cone. And the first cone is set up at the top of the key. Then the other 2 cones are set up on the elbows. So it's like in a big triangle. And whichever way that you go, you're going to go toward the second cone and bounce the ball, spin move, and then jump in the air, show the ball, and then either finish with the right hand or left hand. There's 4 different moves because you can go with your right, finish with your right, with your right, finish with your left, to your left, finish with your right, to the left, finish with your opposite. No, whichever way that I said. All right, so that's that athletic finish drill. All right, so make sure that you guys understand that drill. As for the rest of the drills, let's look at those real quick. We got one-on-one hurdles for losers. So if you lose, you got to do, what is it, like, I don't know, like 15 hurdles? Or 15 hurdles, there you go. If you get scored on, you got 15 hurdles. As you can, don't kick the hurdles. Noah. Alright, but if you don't score, you have 5 hurdles. So you're doing hurdles either way, unless you score, unless you stay in it. So there he goes. He's good. Like that. So Noah's going again, but that guy remains on offense. Get 2 balls for this drill, not just 1. Next drill, King's drill. Whatever I yell, you do. You point that way, you point this way, you point that way, you point this way, you slide, you dive, you go for the rebounds, you sweep, all this stuff that I can yell. Make sure that you guys are moving as fast as you possibly can, reacting as fast as you possibly can, doing the charges correctly as best you can. Alright, so take care of all this stuff, and that's the King's drill. Next, we got chair duo. I feel like I'm like an announcer. Chair duo to the floor. Chair duo. All right, yes, we got the chair duo. All right, we could use these things, but we don't need to. We can just use each other. We can add defense to it. We're basically gonna move with one hand and go between the leg behind the back as fast as you can, matching your partner, or trying to prevent your partner from stealing the ball from you. So bounce low, and then it's 1 step, 2 step, and you don't want to step with both feet. Make make sure you don't step with both feet for that, all right? It's just 1 foot twice. So 1 foot steps twice to the right, to the left, or to the outside and then cross, all right? But make sure that you're not stepping with both feet. Just because it's quicker, the whole thing is to be quicker. The quicker, upper. I know I messed that one up. Next one, we got extended monogenobi layups. Keep the ball high, keep your elbows high. There you go, and finish like that. You're gonna go diagonal. Don't turn your body too much. Explode as fast as you possibly can. Now, timeout. This is one of them, okay? We did one yesterday where it was like the cuts. All right, look. Some of you guys are slow. Some of you guys are short. Some of you guys are fat. Okay, cool. And yeah, you're right. If you're tall, absolutely, you have more of a chance to make the NBA. If you're like lean and strong, you got more of a chance to make the NBA. Absolutely. But also, if you're fast, you have more of a chance to make the NBA. So, if you were 6'9" this entire time, but you've been playing on your knees during practice, I would be like, what have you been doing, dude? I didn't know that you were 6'9". And if you were like the strongest guy in the world, but you were playing so weak because you're just like, the boss will have it. I don't know. I would be like, you need to start playing strong. I didn't know that you have muscles like that, dude. If you're fast, but you're doing these drills slowly, it's the same thing. Show me how fast you are. Yes, I realize you're going to mess up, be more likely to mess up. I just need you guys to go your hardest. You'll also be tired, right? I don't care if you're tired. Sure, yeah, you're going to be tired. Oh my God, you got tired. Yeah, and now you're more in shape. Now you won't be tired for the games because you were getting a workout done during the actual workouts. So get tired. Please get tired. Push off as hard as you can with all your muscles as fast as you can. And do this move so that it matches up. Now watch it again. Keep the ball high the entire time. Matches with the first step. Second step is by your head. Alright, first step is out. Second step is by your head. And the ball remains high. The ball does not go down low. The ball does not go down low. 1, 2. You score it by flicking your backwards. You don't shoot it like that. Alright, next drill. Last one that I'm talking about here. We got ladder to sidestep series. Alright, you're gonna go out for a layup, a jumper, or a crossover dribble. Make sure that you step long and dribble longer. Go for that layup. Do Inky shuffle through there. 2 feet in, 1 foot out. 2 feet in, remaining foot up. Both in, 1 out, the remaining foot up. Both in, 1 out the other way, remaining foot up. Sidestep dribble by dribbling low into the side by looking at the basket the entire time. Make sure that you dribble low and in circles. Alright, so those are all the drills. Let's make sure that we do them extremely well today. Alright, you guys, let's knock it out. Let's look at the homework. Who's been posting homework? No one? Oh, wait, no. Okay, that was that. There he goes. Kieran and Declan, chair duo. There you go. Extended layups, there you go. Declan with the athletic finish, nice job. And then we got Teo's drills right there with 22 minutes of stuff. All right, great job doing the homework. Mello and Noah working out, nice job. I see that. All right, great job to those who posted. I see you posting out there. All right, keep it up. All right, because that's what's gonna get us better. It's the extra work that we put in. All right, so make sure that you guys are putting in that extra work. Now we can check the story of the day.
I've learned that something constructive comes from every destructive defeat, if you're wise enough to view things from that perspective.
So for every destructive defeat, something constructive can come from it. You know, I learned this a little while back, but it just came up today. There were these planes, and they were. Let me look it up actually. So there were these fighter planes back in World War II, and they would get shot up because the enemy is shooting at them, and they had all these like all these holes in them, right? Let me see. So, and then they came back and they were like, "Oh my God, these planes are getting shot up. We need to start protecting the planes more, like make them out of thicker things." So they looked at the plane, and the planes looked like this. All right. So the planes looked like this, and they were like, "Well, we need to add some more protection here, some more protection here, some more protection there, and some more protection there." But then this guy, I don't know, his name isn't here, but this really smart guy, he told them, he goes, "Wait a minute, nah, you don't need protection here. You don't need protection there. You don't need protection there. You don't need protection at these spots, because these planes that showed up, they were shot in these spots and they lived. The planes that didn't come back, they died. So what we need to do is to protect the spots that weren't shot." So he's like, we need to protect this spot, like this spot right here. We need to protect this spot, because chances are if they were shot in these spots, they would have been like the other planes that didn't come back. And that is such a smart way to think it. They weren't even thinking straight. They just saw holes and they were like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, and it's called survivorship bias. And what it teaches us is you can't just look at the successful things in your life or the successful things in anyone's life. You have to also look at the failures and see how you failed and why you failed. All right, you can't just look at the guy on the mountain and say, "All right, what did he do to get there? Now let me do it." You got to also look to see the people who didn't do it, what they didn't do. So you need both things so that you too can survive. All right, so don't get caught up in this. Don't be like, "Hey, I just need to work on my shot because that's what Steph Curry does." Look, you have to look at like the whole gamut of things. Maybe Steph Curry's dad was already in the NBA. Oops. So now you're missing out on that because your dad wasn't in the NBA. So you got to make up for that. All right. It's not just the successful people that you have to be looking at. Even during the drills, don't just do your drill and then go back in line. What you want to do is look to see what the current person is doing, and then when they mess up, you don't want to do what they did and repeat their mistake. So this is called survivorship bias. Why not everybody can win? All right, and it's a really smart concept, and where we might get caught up. So don't get caught up in that. All right, survivorship bias. If you guys know anything extra about it, this was the guy right here, Abraham Wald, I suppose, was his name. So let's make sure that you guys understand this and that you guys don't fall for these tricks in lives. Okay. All right. Our next thing is our trivia question. The trivia question today is: who was the local youth basketball coach who introduced LeBron James to basketball when he was just 9 years old? Who's that guy? Who's this guy? All right, who was the local youth basketball coach who introduced LeBron James to basketball when he was just 9 years old? This guy also took LeBron James in his house, in his mom. All right, he went out there. Actually, he saw some kids. He was like, "Yo, that's a big kid." Fourth grader, right? He goes, "I want you to race against these other kids." Oh, and LeBron just smashed him. And he goes, "You should be on this football team." He got on the football team, but I was like, "You should also play basketball." And without him, I don't know what it would have been. And that's the answer right there. The answer is Frank Walker. Nice job. Frank Walker, that's the only thing that I know about that guy, but I will say this. That guy was a saint. I mean, he took them in for at least like a year, and he had a girlfriend. They just had this family on their couch. Like, that's like the nicest thing in the world. Would your family ever do that for anybody? Just taking some guy? No, not if it's LeBron. I mean, like, just anybody. Just someone who just needed a place. Someone who just needed a place to live. Would you guys just take them in for a year? A year? This guy's a saint. Anyways, great job to Kieran for getting it right, but greater job to Frank Walker, man. That is a big time human being thing to do. That's amazing. All right. Anyways, to finish up, we're going to talk about a little something going on at each of our locations. First of all, Aurora, you got me tonight. I'm coming tonight. Let's do this, Aurora. We got a few new kids showing up at the workout, so I'll be there to introduce them to our program. And yeah, so get ready. All right. Whenever I'm there, I feel like you guys like hate when I'm there. So I'm like, can you guys bring some energy? I mean, please. I know it took me so long to get started here in Broomfield, but like we're getting started over there. We need some energy. I need some energy because I drive an hour to come see y'all. So can we like appreciate that? Because if I can bring energy after just driving for an hour, Actually, I'm just singing songs. I'm hyped the whole time. But still, bring some energy for me. If I can bring it for you, bring it for me. We also have Aurora games this weekend at Endeavor. It's at like a middle school or something like that. So make sure that you guys are there for that as well. All right. Moving on to Broomfield, our Broomfield people. All right, Broomfield. You got some dogs, okay? All right. We got Zach Louth in charge today. And you know it's going to be an extra special workout when Zach is there. It's crazy that Zach is like there most days. And like he's this like basketball genius just chilling on the side of our court. But, you know, he doesn't want to push his kids too much, I think. And also, he probably just wants to watch a game or two. All right, he's a busy guy. All right, but you guys are lucky enough to have Zach lead the workout today. Noah will be bringing the extra bag, so you guys will still do everything as normal. Make sure that you push yourselves more so since I won't be there. We'll have a semi-smaller group. I think we have like 12 people showing up, so make sure that you guys do that. We also have a Broomfield game coming up. This weekend will be Denver and Aurora, but the following weekend will be the game at Westlake Middle School. So you guys don't have to travel all the time. We're kind of going around everywhere, okay? So you Broomfield people, thank you for traveling. Make sure that you guys get to these other games, but definitely make sure you guys sign up for the local games, okay? All right. I think that's it for the Broomfield people. Anything else for Broomfield? I don't believe so. Let's check out Centennial. What's happening in Centennial? We are finally getting some gym time for Centennial. All right, slowly but surely. I'm talking to some people in like Cherry Creek and things like that to get us some gym time. So that one's moving forward. That one's still our weakest place because there's just it's impossible to get gyms. All right, but we need to get gyms and get people signed up there. So in our efforts to push this forward, that is our weakest area. All right, so we're trying Centennial. Let us figure out Centennial sooner or later, okay? Freaking AYL. All right, last one is Denver. All right, now for Denver, we have games at Denver Waldorf. I have not confirmed that yet. The guy won't get back to me, but Denver's large though, all right? And Denver spans. And Denver goes all the way up to the airport. Somehow it like goes around Aurora somehow. I was talking to you about a gym that I might get at MLK High School, and it's actually called MLK. It's called DMLK. So like Dr. Martin Luther King, DMLK. What is it called? DMLK. Future college prep. Early college. There you go. Early college. That's what they're calling it. But it's 6th through 12th graders. But I got linked up with the coach from that school, and someone just said, "Hey, this is Nikki. I'm introducing you to her." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Nikki, do you want to be in our leagues and our tournaments?" And then she calls me, and she told me her name's not Nikki. Okay, her name is Nikki Weddle. All right, now if anyone who's just Nikki, I'm like whatever. But Nikki Weddle, she's like famous in Colorado. It's like Chauncey Billups of girls basketball in Colorado. Really, really small, but like, oh, amazing basketball player. She was player of the year before I was, like 97. And like when I heard her name, I was like, "You're Nikki Weddle." That's what I said out loud. And she was like, "Yes, thank you." She like treated me like I was a fan for a second because I was acting like a fan because I am a fan. And I was like, "Oh my God." And she goes, "Yeah, I'm coaching these guys." She's coached the boys varsity team. Her dad's like a legendary coach as well. And she's like, "They're just not good right now. We need to get better. We need to do this. We need to do that." And I'm like, "Let's do this." And she goes, "You guys can use our gym." And I was like, "What?" She goes, "It's a newly built gym, but it's kind of out by the airport. So that might be our Denver location soon." So anyways, just wanted to throw that out there. And it was, I wanted to be like Nikki Uedo when I was in high school. It was really cool. Anyway, we'll talk more about that once I find out more information about that. Don't forget that the quote of the day is, "No feeling is final." I'll see you guys in Aurora soon. You guys in Broomfield, make sure you guys step it up, step it up, step it up, step it up, step it up. All right, and I'll talk to everybody soon. All right, y'all. Reese's Pieces. I'm